welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Leila. I do beauty and fashion videos as well as story times just like this. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please click the subscribe button below, and I upload every Sunday and Wednesday. I actually tried filming this video yesterday. Well, I actually did film this video yesterday, but all my footage got deleted because my MacBook is a piece of shit. Let's get started. So I'm going to be doing a separate story time some other time on how my boyfriend and I actually met. So this video is going to be a bunch of crazy things I did in between the phase of us meeting and us dating. Sometimes a little bit of crazy doesn't hurt anybody. You know, we're actually dating now, so I mean, I can't be too crazy, or can I? You be the judge. So this story takes place in 2014 between February and September. I got this friend request on Facebook from this guy that I knew when I was a kid. We both were from the same hometown. We both moved away, and yeah, so I added him, of course, because I did remember him, and I honestly thought he was married, so I didn't really talk to him as much, but you know, I found out really quickly, like on Valentine's Day that year, that we were both single AF. So he would like comment on some of my statuses, like some of my pictures, but I wouldn't return the favor. I'm sorry, babe. So you know, it was pretty much that for like a good half a year or whatever. We talked like off and on, but I was honestly, 2014 was probably one of the best years of my life because it was just so eventful and just so much stuff happened that year. So I was pretty busy, but we would talk, you know, on occasion. So it wasn't up until the end of August / beginning of September that year that I actually was planning a trip with my best friend to go back to my hometown, which is about 6 hours away in the Okanagan in BC, if you guys know where that is. And I was honestly just going through some stuff in my personal life, and whenever that happens, I always like to come home and just, you know, like recharge my batteries or whatever, and that's exactly what I was planning to do that weekend. So I posted on Facebook like a status about, you know, what are the best places to go hiking in that area, because my parents were never into hiking when I was little, so I really wanted to do some hikes there because there's a lot of mountains, right? So he comments on my status. He was suggesting me some places to go to there, and he's like, wait, you're going home? Because I'm going home too. And I was like, yeah, well, that's cool, you know, we should meet up. And I even asked him for his number. What the heck? So yeah, I'm a very straightforward person. If I want to talk to you and ask you for your number, I'm just gonna do it. So that's what I did. So he DM'd me his number. I texted him when I was like on my way there. He texted me the next morning to say that he got in and everything at 1 o'clock in the morning, blah blah blah. And I was like, hey, are you down to go to the IP, because I haven't been in forever, you know, we can meet up there. And I just thought it was a good place to meet somebody that you haven't seen in a while for the first time, because you don't really have to talk to them that much, you know, you could just walk around and like go on some rides, whatever. So that was my logic anyways. And he says yes. Like, I have some of the text messages saved, so I'm going to just like insert them throughout this story time. I'm weird like that. I keep a bunch of like old text messages. Well, actually, I sold my old iPhone and I backed up all my text messages, so I have them in my MacBook now, so I'm able to like relive this experience with you guys. He was like, I'm kind of shy and you're really pretty, blah blah blah. And I was just like, aw. Like, I kind of like figured he had a crush on me from very early on. I don't know why, but that's what I thought anyways. So I was like, okay, cool, we'll meet up later. I'm going to take my friends to Vernon, which is like the next town over, which was actually where he was staying. And I was like, I'm going to take them around, we're going to take pictures and stuff like that. We went to the park, we go to eat, me and my friends, and we went to this pub that was in my hometown. Literally, when we sat down to eat, it started pouring rain. Like, I'm talking like buckets and buckets of rain with lightning and thunder. So I text him and I'm like, hey, I think we need to change plans. You know, it's raining. How about we go to the drive-in theater? You have a truck, we have blankets and umbrellas. Like, let's go to the drive-in theater, which is literally like another town away from where I'm staying. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, he's here, I'm here, and the next town is here. Does that make sense? So it's like a straight line and in between like each town or whatever. So I don't know what that was. Yeah, so I suggest, you know, like let's go to the movies or whatever, you know, they're outside in the rain, but hey, you know, like again, like I don't really have to talk to you that much. You know, we're watching the movie, it's the perfect place to meet for the first time, and he agrees. So once we're done eating and everything, we go to my auntie's house. This is where we're staying, me and my friend. I start like taking off my makeup, I start putting it back on. She's like, what are you doing? Do you like him or something? And I'm like, no, I just want to look like I do in my Facebook pictures and my selfies. Like, I don't want him to think I'm a completely different person if I'm going to meet up with him with no makeup on. And she's just like, so by the time that we're both done getting ready, there's literally like 10 minutes before the movie starts, and we're about 10 minutes away. So I text him and I'm like, hey, are you on your way? And he's like, no, I'm still unloading my truck and everything. I'm like, well, how long is that going to take you? And he's like, probably like 40 minutes. And I'm like, well, the movie starts in 15 minutes, so there's really no point in going there and, you know, being late for the movie. So I was like determined to see this guy, because it just kept not working out. Like, there was rain, I invited him to this other place, and like it wasn't working out. And you know, the more that happens, the more I just want to see you even more, because I don't even know. So my mom had actually sent me to BC with a box of stuff for his mom because they're friends and everything. So she gave me a bunch of like food, like Filipino food and stuff like that to give her. So I was like, hey, well, I have stuff for your mom. Yes, I use that as an excuse. I was like, can I come over and give it to her, and you know, we could Netflix at your house and, you know, watch movies and stuff like that. And he's like, well, my mom's not home. And I'm like, it's okay, can I just come over and watch movies with you on Netflix? Yes. I asked him to Netflix and chill first time we met. So I mean, a little crazy, but hey, it worked out. So I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just, honestly, don't take my advice this further on because it gets worse than this, I swear. So I convinced my friend to drive to his house. It's already like 10:30 at night, and I don't really tell her where he lives per se. Like, I don't tell her that he's like halfway up a mountain in the next town over from us. Like, that didn't come to mind. This is where our adventure actually starts, and this is where the craziness happens. So we put the address into our GPS. We start driving down the highway up to this mountain, you guys. So I tell my friend, like, hey, I've been here a few times when I was a kid. Like, my mom and I used to come here in the winter time and everything. It's really not that far. We get to like probably the base of the mountain where like the bulk of the houses are, but then most of them up from there are like acreages and stuff like that, so the houses are sort of like far apart from each other. So we just keep driving up, and this is how I interpret his message. Okay, there's a truck with a boat outside and a house that's light green with all the lights on. That's how I read his message. So by this time on my phone it says GPS signal not found. Obviously, because we're going out into the wilderness, like there's no GPS signal there. So you know, we're like, whatever, like we can find it ourselves, you know. So we just, you know, kept driving past houses with boats outside. This is mostly like a lake town or whatever, so there's like multiple people have boats. And obviously I think that he has a freaking yacht outside or something like that, a yacht or like a houseboat or something. I don't even know why I was thinking that, but that's what I thought that he had outside his house. My friend was a little bit more practical. She thought it was just, you know, one of those like big motorized boats that you use when you're like parasailing and stuff like that. So we were just looking for that, and both of us just like drove past his house, didn't see it. And we got to a point in the road where all the signs, there was like literally 10 signs that said pull out, and my friend and I are so mature at 22, we're just like laughing our asses off. We just keep driving up the freaking mountain, just keep driving, and then we realize after like 10 minutes of laughing that, you know, there's no more houses around. We're in the dark. We're in the middle of a forest. Come on, you guys. If this was a movie, you would be screaming at the screen, like telling us to get the hell out of there. Like, it was what horror movies are made of. Oh my god. So we just keep driving up the mountain, and of course there's no like GPS signal not found, blah 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 on my phone, and I keep trying it. It's not working. So we're like, she's like, are you sure it's like up here? And I'm like, well, when I was a kid and I came here, like I thought it was like a long way up, like I don't even remember. So we eventually get to like the top of the mountain pretty much, and it's like a sign that says Provincial Park. So oh my god, honestly, if I didn't know this guy, if I had met him on like Tinder or something, I could have sworn that he's like trying to like murder us or something like that, because this is like the perfect murder scene, you know, middle of the forest in the dark at night, and this girl, like thinking she was all smart and stuff, decides to like drive up a mountain to see this guy. Oh my god. So so yeah, once we get to the sign, I have like half a bar of signal left, and I call him. Of course, he just doesn't answer the phone. Yeah. So a bunch of my text messages pop up because, you know, once your phone like reconnects or whatever, they start popping up, and he was like, where are you, and blah blah blah, and I was like, I'm lost, like rescue us. And I think he calls me after that and tries to give me directions, and he says that he's 10 minutes like back down the mountain from that sign. Like we passed his house a long ass time ago, and he was just like seriously, it's a house with a green light, you can't miss it, and there's a boat outside. So we finally found it, and it was literally like a fishing boat, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like I thought it was like this huge ass boat, like something that would be easy to find. I actually realized like, hey, there's a house with a green light, that has to be his house. So we like, it's kind of like hidden, there's like a bunch of trees and stuff like that. Seriously, I'm doing this like in the dark and everything, and I haven't seen this guy in like forever. Like I said, he could have like chopped me up in half and like murdered me, but I still went anyways. So we like go into the like parking area and stuff like that, and this shadow comes out of like the porch light and stuff like that, and he says hi, like come on in and everything like that. And yeah, so he does look like he does in his picture, so I'm like a little bit more relieved. And then his mom comes home about 5-10 minutes later, and like I end up basically talking to her the whole entire time and just catching up with. I didn't even realize like he was looking at me or anything like that, so I just thought he was like kind of shy and antisocial, because he was like sitting on halfway across the room on the other couch. And we did end up watching Netflix with my friends, and we watched some weird messed up movie on Netflix, but he was so far away from me and he didn't really talk to me, so I was just like, was this worth it? Was this worth it? After the movie's over, we leave, and it's literally like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, this guy is not gonna text me ever again. Like this is probably the last time I hear from him. And he like literally sends me the cutest text message ever, and like, it was so nice seeing you and your friends and everything like that, and you're like, I love your smile, it's so pretty. And I was like, aww. I'm pretty sure the craziest thing he's ever done for me was he actually came to my city, which is like almost 3 hours away, and stayed with me for my birthday weekend, which I mean, it's a little crazy if you don't know the girl. And he stayed at my house, and he, you know, he already knew my parents from when we were kids, but I mean, he hadn't seen them for years and years and years, so it was a little bit crazy. And I'm glad he did that, because you know, that led me to actually like fall for him and stuff like that. So yeah, that is the craziest thing I've ever done for a boy. What is the craziest thing you've ever done? Leave me a comment below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Bye everyone.